Top of the morning to you. I want to talk a little bit today about the presidential candidates and the Second Amendment. I've watched a couple of videos about people pointing their opinions or point of views between President Obama and Mitt Romney. And as far as whether we as gun owners, gun enthusiasts, can feel safe if Mitt Romney gets into office. The answer to that is no, we cannot. Mitt Romney did do some dealings when he was the governor of Massachusetts that were anti-Second Amendment. President Obama is very much anti-Second Amendment in just about any and every respect that you can think of. In the past, there have been Republican presidents who have signed legislation restricting gun rights, eliminating the ability for fully automatic weapons, so on and so forth. But they have also been talking about that we as the people need to be responsible for our Second Amendment Bill of Rights freedoms. And we do. Talk about the NRA not being true stand-up, a true stand-up organization, kind of getting off track and talking about other things other than guns, giving Mitt Romney an A rating when it comes to guns. This is my point. Whether the NRA gives Mitt Romney an A rating or a D rating, and they give President Obama an F rating, it doesn't really matter. Because in our current day political process, we have two candidates to choose from. And that is the Republican or Democratic presidential nominees. Third-party candidates don't stand a chance. And until this country gets to a point where a third-party candidate does stand a chance, does get enough American people behind them to actually have the possibility of winning an election, they're a non-issue. They're a non-issue. At this point, if you was to vote third party for Gary Johnson, write-in Ron Paul, whatever, they're not going to win. Anybody with two brain cells knows that they cannot win, and your vote for one of them two is essentially a vote for the Democratic ticket. In this case, President Obama. President Obama, in my opinion, will be a far worse president when it comes to Second Amendment than Mitt Romney will. Will Mitt Romney be pro-Second Amendment 100%? Absolutely not. But it gets to a point where you have to pick the worst of two evils. Which one is going to be the least destructive on Second Amendment rights? In my opinion, that is going to be Mitt Romney. President Obama, in the town hall debate, the second debate with Mitt Romney, came out and said that he does not feel that weapons designed for the battlefield or for police do not belong in the hands of ordinary citizens, i.e. AR-15s, AK-47s, any of the scary guns. He didn't say that, that's my words. But that's what they're saying. They tout that they're not, they're pro-hunting. They're not, going to come after your shotgun or your deer rifle. Well, that isn't the point. Not that I totally believe that either, but that isn't the point. The NRA gets bashed quite a bit because of things that they do, things that they have done in the past. But the bottom line is whenever you hear or see about the NRA, they are on Capitol Hill and they are battling, trying to help save the Second Amendment. We as common citizens do not have that power. There's not enough of us. There's 90 million gun owners in this country, and there's 4 million members of the NRA. There's too many people in this country that are pro-gun that sit on their ass and don't do a damn thing to help protect the freedom of the Second Amendment. We as common citizens do not have the power, the authority, the ability to go in and fight on Capitol Hill, i.e. stand in front of the UN. On this last treaty that they were trying to get through in the UN that would have affected the United States. It was the NRA that was in there that was battling against that, and for now it got postponed. If Obama gets reelected, that will be signed. My point is the NRA is the ones who have the clout to be able to go in and fight for us. They're the big dog on the porch. Okay? Are they perfect? Nope, they're not. But they're what we got. And we need to support them if we want to keep our Second Amendment strong. As strong as we can. The NRA is, our biggest ally in the war on guns. There are other great gun organizations, but whenever you hear the national news media bitching and complaining about the NRA, they're pandering to the NRA's got too much power, the NRA this, the NRA that, that tells you that the NRA is being effective. If they weren't being effective, the national news media wouldn't give them the time of day. So that tells you everything, that the NRA is fighting and they are being seen and they do have power. They do have power on Capitol Hill. A lot more power than us as citizen A, B, C, D, E have sitting out here in our homes or in our communities, not with the ability to go and do jack crap in D.C. It's getting to the point to where even our representatives, our state senators, our national senators, the choices are just, every election cycle, it seems that there's less and less choice for a good, strong Second Amendment candidate. They're just not out there. So whether you like this gun organization or you don't like that one, or you think that the Republicans are going to hurt us and the Democrats are going to hurt us, you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice, and you need to make a smart decision based on what you know, on track record, and which one is going to hurt you the least. As sad as it is to say, you have to choose the one that's going to do the least amount of harm to you in the end. Now, in this election, you have a big thing with Obama. It's not just Second Amendment, for Christ's sake. But between Romney and Obama, in the big picture, you have to look at Obama's track record on energy, on foreign policy, on the way he wants to decimate our national defense, the military, the Department of Defense. He has this in his head that we are everybody's friend, and all these little countries are not a threat to us. They're just little tiny countries. They're not a threat to us. Bullshit. They're not a threat to us. Of course they're a threat to us. The Democratic Party has always been big on downsizing the military, the defense. They just always have been. you know. And the best offense is the best defense is a strong offense. Deterrence. Deterrence is how you avoid wars and conflict. If the United States becomes like a third-rate country as far as our military goes, you don't think that there are going to be other countries going to come in and challenge us and trying to take what we got? Of course they will. That's what has kept us in the status that we have been in for decades. You know, other countries are not invading us. Yeah, we got the wackos that fly the planes into the World Trade Centers, but you don't have other countries coming in and invading the land of the United States because our military and our weaponry is too strong. It would be suicide for them to do it. And if it's ever allowed to get down to a size to where, they're not no big deal anymore, it's going to be a different story. So you have to maintain a strong defense to deter other countries from trying to do stuff to us. But it's not just Second Amendment in this election. It has to be, I mean, unless your head's just buried in the sand, I mean, you can see, I mean, energy is huge. But I mean, my point on this video is I just implore people, even though your heart is in the right spot, in the right place, not to vote out of the Republican Party, i.e. third party. You know, some people say that there's no difference between the two. Oh, they're all a bunch of liars and this and that. Well, yeah, vast majority of them are. President Obama here in just the last 3 weeks, this whole deal over Benghazi, it has been cover up, lie after lie after lie after lie. You know, what are they protecting? What are they hiding? You know, there's talk out there that the ambassador in Benghazi, I mean, that the U.S. is running arms to the resistance in Libya, feeding arms to the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda, fighting against the military and the government in Libya, sending arms to the freedom fighters, who are the Muslim Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. Obama needs to go. No matter how you slice it, that man needs to be unemployed come January. And I just want people to realize that, you know, Mitt Romney is not going to be the end-all tell-all for the Second Amendment. He's not. He's proven that in Massachusetts. So we always have to stay vigilant. But of the two that we have to choose from, Mitt Romney, in my opinion, will be far better than Barack Obama ever thought about being. Thanks for watching. Make sure you get out and vote. If you're a Republican or a conservative, if you're going to go out and vote for Obama, stay home. Y'all take care. We'll see you.